Good day everyone, my name is Sunar Asbalianas from BAD2A. The other province of BARMM is Sulu. Brief profile of Sulu. Sulu is a province in the Philippines situated in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, occupying the Sulu Archipelago and the provinces of Lanao del Sur and the Maguindanao in central Mindanao. Its capital is the municipality of Jolo. The province has a land area of 3,436.99 square kilometers or 1,327.3 square miles. Its population as determined by 2015 census was 824,731. This represented 21.81% of the total population of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, 3.42% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island Group, or the 0.82% of the entire population of the Philippines. Based on these figures, the population density is computed at 240 inhabitants per square kilometer, or 621 inhabitants per square mile. The history. The province of Sulu, or Lapuas Sugland of current traces its historical origin to the coming of Ireland to the Philippines. Sulu's history is shaped by the arrival of Muslim missionaries, traders, scholars, and travelers, foremost of which was Karim ul Mukdum, an Arab missionary and learned a judge who established a strong Islamic foundation for the governments and life in war. Once the Principality of Buansa, Sumatra, and reign of Raja Baginda. The marriage of Raja Baginda's daughter, Paramisoli, to the Arabian scholar Sayyid Abu Bakar saw the birth of the Sultanate of Sulu. Abu Bakar, the first Sultan, brought Sulu, the Zamboanga Peninsula, Palawan, and Basilan under the Sultanate. Sabah followed in 1704 in recognition of the Sultan's help in ending the long-running Brunei Civil War. The coming of Spanish colonization, Christianity, and neo-political system sparked fierce resistance in Sulu and started the Moro Wars of 1578 to 1999. The ceding of the Philippines to the United States by Spain ended by 23 years, 1876 to 1899, of the Spanish occupation and ushered in American era. The Bates Agreement signed by Sultan Jamalul Kuriaram II and Brigadier General John Bates marked the start to the decline of the Sultanate in March 1915. The Sultan gave his temporal powers in the Carpenter Agreement. This agreement ended opposition to the American government of Governor Frank W. Carpenter. With the enactment by the U.S. Congress of the Jones Law, Philippine Autonomy Law in 1916, ultimate Philippine independence was guaranteed, and the Philippinization of public administration began. Sulu, however, had appointed American Governor-General in Manila had say in Sulu affairs. But one thing was evident: centuries of colonial presence could not erase the legacy of local governance left by Raja Bagunda, a legacy that shapes Sulu politics to this day. The word Sulu was derived and written before as Suluk or Suluk. The Malaños Malaysians have been using them Orang Suluk to refer the people of the area, which correspond to the present term Tausug. Sulug was transformed into Suk. It is very common among Tausugs to drop the letter I in the word or syllable, especially during snappy conversation. On the other hand, the letters K and G at the end of the word can easily be mistaken for each depending upon the accuracy of the speaker's tongue, the nearness of the listener's ears, and distance one is from the other. Sug could been interchangeably used with sug, but the latter permanently took an irreversible hold on some physical, psych, and lingual habit. By derivation, therefore, suluk and sug or sug should assume same meaning, and finally landed the word Sulu. Sulu became a province on March 10, 1917 through the Commonwealth Act number 27-11. Sulu celebrate a special day, the foundation of the local government's public administration, on every September 18 per Provincial Ordinance Number 01 Series of 1993, probably signifying that local governance in Sulu antedates similar system in the country. The people, the dominant ethnic group in Sulu archipelago of their political and religious institutions. The Tausug Akapmani Hulo, Indiana, Siase, and Patikul in Sulu or BARMM. There are also scattered settlements in Zamboanga del Sur and Cotabato, and all the way to Malaysia, which has estimated Tausug population of more than 110,000. Tausug is a combination of Tao or person and Suog, the old name of Hulu Island. The present generation of Tausugs are believed to be descended from the different ethnic groups and have migrated to the Sulu archipelago. The Tausug language is adopted from vocabulary of Tagihamaha, in whose locality the Sultan of Sulu lived the established Buansa, the capital of Sultanate. They have two dialects, the Prayanum and Gimbahanun. Prayanum is spoken by the people living along the coast of Hulu, and Gimbahanun by those living in the interior part. The Sulu economy relied on a network of their nearby trading partners. The Sultanate benefited from importing rice from northern Philippines, as Sulu region had a chronic rice shortage. The Sultanate was unable to bring agriculture to its full potential because the area was prone to erratic rainfall and drought. The Sulu Islands' culture is primarily one of the sea. Only Hulu has a significant agricultural economy. There are several pearls, beads in the group, and the marine resources include bottom shells, mother of pearl, coral, shark fins, beche de mer, or sea cucumbers, turtles, shells, turtle eggs, and sponges. In the festival, Raha Baginda Festival is celebrated every second week of August. The festival celebrated the essential contribution of Raha Baginda in the history. Another festival that is grand spectacle of colors adorn the seas of Hulu Sulu as Vinta sailed off islands cast on February 14 for the Vinta Festival. The other festivals are Hariya Pawasa, Festival Hariya Haji, Festival Amun Jadid Festival. And these are the Hulu Sulu best tourist spots. The another province of BARMM is the Tawi-Tawi province. Tawi-Tawi is a province in the Philippines situated in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in the Muslim Mindanao, or the BARMM, occupying the Sulu Archipelago and the provinces of Lanao del Sur and the Maguindanao in the central Mindanao. Its capital is the municipality of Bungao. The province has a land area of 3,626.55 square kilometers, or 1,400.22 square miles. Its population, as determined by the 2015 census, was 390,750. This presented in 10.33% of the total population of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in the Muslim Mindanao. 1.62% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island group, or 0.36% of the entire population of the Philippines inhabitants per square mile. Tawi-Tawi was previously part of the province of Sulu. On September 11, 1973, pursuant to Presidential Decree Number 302, the new province of Tawi-Tawi was officially created, separated from Sulu. The seat of the provincial government was established in Bungao. Below is the article about the history of Tawi-Tawi from the government of Tawi-Tawi. The folklore of the Tawi-Tawi Samals hold the seafaring people came from the Malay Peninsula. The rest of the Southeast Asia are very strong, and these contacts have helped shape the culture of the history of the islands. Tawi-Tawi claims the distinction of being the earliest home of Islam in the country. In 1380, Sheikh Karim-ul Makdum established the first mosque and the Philippine territory in Simonol, Makdum's tomb. In Simonol, others claims the tomb in Sibuto Municipality continues revered by the Philippine Muslims. From time to time, the Sulu Sultanate's inception in the 4th century, Tawi-Tawi had traditionally been part of its realm. Widely known as sea gypsies of the Sulu and Celebes, Sama Barahus are scattered along the coastal areas of Tawi-Tawi, Sulu, Basilan, and some coastal municipalities of Zamboanga del Sur. In ARMM, among themselves, they are known as Sama Laos or Sea Sama, and found living on the houseboats where they make their livelihood solely on the sea as expert fishermen, deep sea divers, and navigators. They come to the shore to barter their harvest or farm produce such as fruits, cassava, as well as replenish their supplies and make repairs to their boats. Unique to the cultural rituals of the concept of life and relationship to the sea. As a childbirth ritual, a newly born infant is thrown into the water, and the members of the clan dive and save the newborn. Other traditions, such as marriage, are prearranged by the parents for their sons and daughters. The process of similar to other ethnic groups in the dowry is often presented to the parents of the woman a man wishes to marry, and only Sama Bajau leader was conscript a marriage. Therefore, a leader is chosen based on individual inherent virtues, wisdom, and charisma, an innate ability to attract followers. Tawi-Tawi Island, South Sulu Archipelago, Philippines, lying between the Celebes Sea, southeast, and the Sulu Sea, northwest. Tawi-Tawi, watermost tip, is a scan of 40 miles, 64 km east of Baroneo of volcanic origin. Tawi-Tawi Island is about 34 miles or 55 km long, and from 6 to 14 miles to 10 to 23 km wide and hilly and heavily wooded. The inhabitants are primarily Sama, a Muslim people speaking Sama Bajau, languages of Australian family. The largest settlements on island in almost 99% of the population of the Tawi-Tawi is Muslim with minority of Christians. 0.7%. A majority of Tawi-Tawi's Muslim population practice Sunni Islam of the Shafti tradition as taught by Arab, Persian, Indian Muslim, Chinese Muslim, and Balakan missionaries from the 14th century's country onwards. The agricultural fishing and agar-agar or seaweeds farming are a leading source of livelihood in the people of Tawi-Tawi. With quite a number of engaged in a barter trade business, copra is a top agricultural product followed by root crops, fruits, and vegetables. Tawi-Tawi, proximately to the sea, provides a variety of local seafood. Speaking with the governor's grandson, he jokingly says that they are so used to the seafood that they prefer chicken or beef when dining out. With improved national infrastructure, the pork-saturated forms of Luzon, Pampanga, or Bulacan could be exchanged for a local seafood delicacies found in the waters of Tawi-Tawi. Agal-Agal Festival is the province of Tawi-Tawi is considered as the greatest maker of seaweed powder in the nation due to its criticalness to the work of general population and the economy of the province. 1,000 festivals is made each year as a tribute to its incredible esteem. This is the Agal-Agal Festival, which is said to be the main seaweed festival in the nation. And these are the behold Tawi-Tawi tourist spots. The Cotabato City. Cotabato City, officially the city of Cotabato or sa Filipino lungsod ng Cotabato, is one of the cities of the Philippines located in Mindanao. Cotabato population was 271,786 in the 2010 census. Cotabato City is the regional center of the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or ARMM. The city of administratively part of the Soxargen region, which is composed of provinces of South Cotabato, North Cotabato, Cotabato Province, Sultan Kudarat, and Sarangani. as well as highly urbanized city of General Santos. For geographical purposes, it is grouped with Maguindanao or statistical reasons, sometimes grouped with Cotabato and thus not belong to ARMM. Tourist spot in Cotabato is Rio Grande de Mindanao, Cotabato Cave, Sultan Haji Hassan al Bolkiah Masjid. Festival celebrations is Sharif Kabungsuan Festival kag araw ng Cotabato o Cotabato Day. Lamitan City. Lamitan City is a coastal component city in the island province of Basilan. The city has a land area of 354.45 square kilometers or 136.85 square miles, which constitutes 10.26% of Basilan total area. Its population, as determined by the 2020 census, was 100,150. This represents 23.50% of population of Basilan province, or 2.27% of the overall population of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. Based on these figures, the population density is computed at 283 inhabitants per square kilometer or 732 inhabitants per square mile. Tourist spots: Lami-Lamihan Festival, Bulingan Falls. Aside from those listed above, the city also takes pride of their unexplored fine sand beaches of Palm Beach, Maloong Canal, and their corresponding lush underwater world. Marawi City. Marawi was called before as Dansalan and was the capital of the undivided Lanao province from 1907 to 1940. The place served as a port area for ships going to the most areas of the province. It was converted into the charactered city on 1940 under the grant of Manuel L. Quezon. The name was changed from Dansalan to Marawi on 1956. The remaining of the city as Islamic City of Marawi was proposed by Parliamentary Bill No. 261 in the defunct Batasang Pambansa, the former parliament of the Philippines during the Marcos regime, reportedly to attract funds from the Middle East. Spot local attraction in the city include Aga Khan Museum of Islamic Arts, the Yawan Weaving Village, Royal Turgan House, Agus River, Bagaang Beach, Mindanao State University Campus. Festivals and celebration: Maulid in Nabi and Murud a Muslim.